What up, peeps? It's your boy, Church Boy, back again with another video just for you. How y'all doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well out there, man. Yo, this is the last song in the Rush Fear series. You know, you guys told me that they made 4 Fear songs, and this is the 4th song, you know, and this is Freeze. So we're going to check it out. So without further ado, here's Rush performing Freeze, part 4 of Fear. Let's do this. Middle of the night.
Slipping through the dark streets and the echoes and the shadows. Something stirs behind me and my heart begins to Sometimes I freeze until the light comes. Sometimes I fly into the night. Sometimes I cry against the darkness.
Okay, all right. This song here is kind of throwing me. It's definitely throwing me. Musically because I think this shows how versatile this band is, because I don't know how many Rush songs I listen to. This doesn't sound like anything that I've listened to of Rush's. I mean, really, this song Profile in particular doesn't sound like anything that I've done, that I've listened to them so far. It sounds different. But the lyrics on the screen: sometimes I freeze until the light comes. Sometimes I fly into the night. I know what that's like. Hey, I remember some nights as a kid, you know, not as a kid, but like as a grown up, going out on the town and having fun with friends, and you're running through the streets. Some nights I was in absolute fear, you know, running the streets. And other nights I was so inebriated, I was, hey, bring it, you know. So I get it. I understand there. It says sometimes I fight against the darkness. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm right. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down just a little bit. But let's see where they're going. The music is a little weird. The song is in the key of E. They're like floating around E, but Geddy Lee is doing something. He's hitting the 7ths on bass. He's I gotta try to pick up the pattern. I gotta hear a little bit more, man. But yeah, this song is different. Man. Let's let him continue on though. Coiled for the spring, or caught like a creature in the headlights, into a desperate panic, or a tempest of blind fury, like a cornered beast or a conquering hero. Okay, all right. So I can lash out. I can show you how rough and tough I am. I can respond to this darkness with ill intent, or with extreme vigor, or I can cower out you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost.
tempest of blind fury. Like a corner beast, or a conquering hero. The madness threatens closing, and I'm frozen in the shadows. I'm not prepared to run away, and I'm not prepared to fight. I can't stand to reason or surrender to a replace. I will trust my instincts or surrender to my pride. Sometimes we freeze until the light comes. Sometimes we roam, and sometimes we ride. Sometimes we fight against the darkness.
All right. This song is making me think of a particular situation. It's making me think of a particular situation that I was not prepared for. You know, I was someplace that I shouldn't have been, and instincts had to kick in. You know, like I was someplace where I know I shouldn't have been. One of those life lessons that kind of, you know, so when you ever go back and think about those life lessons that they hit you in the head sometimes, it's like, okay, man, I could have made a horrible mistake then, or I made a horrible mistake then. Thank God I made it through it. It helped me be the person I am today. You guys ever had those situations? I know I haven't, and this song is making me think of one. It is, man, but musically, there's somewhere else. Musically, oh man, this song is, not to say that every other song wasn't confusing musically with these guys, because these guys are geniuses, but musically, I'm confused. I am. They're floating around the key of E. All right, and they're doing something like it's something like that. I can't get it. I can't put my finger on it. I apologize, but these guys are just so talented, you know. And this is why, like, greatness is it's very, very extremely hard to duplicate greatness. When someone's a genius, you don't want to follow them. You don't want to go behind them. You know, you ever like been to a concert, you know, and the wrong act was first, you know? It's like, man, wait a minute. How in the world can the headliner top that? You know, and in some cases, the headliner, you know, can't top the person who went before them. You know, and that's me trying to listen to these guys and decipher what they're doing on their instruments. Even the bass, I got this bass in my hand, and I'm just my head is spinning. Where are they going? What are they doing? The beauty of music, the frustration of music. Jeez. Let's let him continue on.
Sometimes we hide into the night. Blood running cold, like going up into a dark night of a desperate panic, or a tempest of blind fury.
They're going there. okay, 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 okay. Heavy guitars. Sorry guys, let me take that back because I opened my big mouth way too early. When those heavy guitars kicked in, I'm like, ooh, heavy guitars. I love heavy guitars. Let me take it back. Yeah. Listen. That song was absolute fire. This song morphed. It morphed. It totally changed. Like it was a different vibe, and then it turned into something else, and it just. We were all young before. We all been through puberty, and we had a pimple or whatever. Not to compare that to that at all, but it's like, you see it start to form, and you're like, no, picture day is coming up in a few days. And, it's like, you see it start to form and it's like, just a big bump. And then there's a head on it. And it's like, is there a head on it? I can bust it. Splat, and that's what this song did. It morphed into something different. And some people call this prog rock, progressive rock. Is that what this is? I'm really not sure as to what progressive rock is, but I know for sure this song just like progressed and morphed into something extreme. A great progression, great instrumentation. The bass was absolutely out of this world. I don't think Geddy Lee hit like a single note. I think he was all sevenths. He was all hitting all the sevenths up the neck of the bass. Neil Peart was just like killing the drums as always. I mean, he didn't do much tom work as he usually does. He usually he's attacking those toms. He didn't do that much in this song. I gotta say that I gotta listen to the song again. I gotta listen to it again, man, because I I gotta get the lyrics. The lyrics kind of threw me off. But it took me to a place. It took me to a place though when I was in a place where I wasn't supposed to be. You know, I remember this very vividly. I was in a place where I wasn't supposed to be, and I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. Have you ever done that? You ever been to a place where you knew you weren't supposed to be there? It's like, man, you know you weren't supposed to be there. Like, dang, why am I here? I was in a place where I wasn't supposed to be, and I was approached by an individual. And this individual had ill intent. He wanted beef. He wanted to fight. And I'm like, man, I don't want to fight. I don't want, especially over a girl. I don't want to fight. You know, it's just like, bro, you know, he was a younger guy too, you know, and I was young too, but he was like, you know, he was a few years younger than me. And I was just like, I don't want to fight this kid. You know, I don't want to be responsible for this kid. I mean, so we square up, you know, and I'm like, man, come on, bro, let's go. And I'm acting, you know, it's like, I know I can knock him out, you know, but it's like people were watching, you know, I was like, I can't back away. I can't say what I really want to say. Let's go. And then as we were squaring up, about to throw them hands, I backed up and I was like, bro, I don't even want to fight you. And he backed up, you know, and he put his hands down. He was like, I don't want to fight you either, bro. And we both just walked away. And in that moment, I was like, is he playing a trick on me? Like, is he about to, you know, tell me he doesn't want to fight either? And then just, I do want to fight. Attack, you know. No, he walked away. He went to his car and drove off. And I watched him do that. And it's just like, I didn't want to fight either. But just the fact that I voiced the fact that I didn't want to fight. And, you know, and he obliged. He was like, yeah, I don't want to fight either. You know, but if I would have kept my mouth closed and just went along with, yeah, let's put up our Dukes, fisticuffs. Here, see? You know, it would have been that. It could have got ugly, but it didn't. You know, and it's am I going to freeze up or am I going to fight? You know, and I chose to voice, you know, what most people don't do. In those situations, I chose to voice, you know, what I wanted to do, and I was like, hey man, what I want to do is not fight. You know, how about that? And the guy agreed with me, and we just went our separate ways. And it was, you know, I think about it, you know, in retrospect, I'm just like, man, I wish more people could do that. You know, maybe we could save a couple lives, you know, especially within my community. But yeah, this song took me back to that moment. You know, it took me back to that moment. Yo, am I this cornered beast? Am I gonna, you know, show everybody what I'm made of, you know, because I'm in this corner and I have no choice. I have to react this certain way because I'm backed into a corner. Or am I going to say, wait a minute, let's do this a separate. Let's do this, you know, let's take a different approach here, you know? And yeah, I think about that moment all the time. Man. And this, this song brought it back. But going back to the instrumentation, man, I mean, Geddy Lee did his thing. I mean, I just don't think he hit a single note like by itself in here. And I gotta go back and listen to the track. Neil Peart definitely did his thing. I've come to expect more, like a lot of tongue work from Neil, but he didn't do that in this song. And Alex, of course, his playing was, you know, before the solo, like before like the instrumental. There was some odd picking here. He was like doing some off off here and there, and it was just like he was all in the minors, you know. And it's gonna require another listen. You know, I'm going to have to listen to this again, but this song was very immersive. It's very immersive, especially how he just bubbled up in the end. It was like a roller coaster, and then it just and it was just you were there for the ride. You were there for the ride, and it was just so immersive. But I love this band. I love this band. I love the Fear series. I didn't know when I started those songs, listening to those songs, I didn't know that they were part of a Fear series. So yeah, man, thanks for letting me know that, man. But yeah, this band is absolutely incredible. I can't get enough of them. What other songs should I listen to of theirs? Do they have other series at all? Do they have like a peace series or like a religious series or a love series or anything like that? Like, do they frequently do series songs like that? I don't know. I'm still young in this Rush journey, man. So let me know what I missed. I know I missed 90% of the song, if not more. I know a lot of these lyrics are right over my head. So let me know what I missed. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But above anything else, love each other. Take care of each other. Peace. God bless.